Should the New York Knicks run it back? Knicks forward Julius Randle has been ruled out for the remainder of this season. He got surgery. It even came out not too long ago that Julius Randle actually re-injured his shoulder, Chris. Tried to come back, went through a full 5-on-5 contact practice, tried to come back, re-injured his shoulder, and decided to opt out and get surgery. Why did he decide to wait another 5 weeks after re-injuring that shoulder? Who knows? So we don't know if he further damaged that shoulder. Hopefully not. But this is why we're here to talk it all over. OG Anunoby, Chris, he hasn't played a full 70-plus games since his rookie season. Julius Randle, back-to-back years. And unfortunately, he got hurt versus the Miami Heat in back-to-back years. He played through it last year. This season, ruled out. My question to you is, put your Knicks GM hat on. Summertime hits. What do you do? There's going to be a lot of rumors swirling around. We've all heard the cat rumors. I'm pretty sure. I bet my bottom dollar that those rumors are going to come out again. What do you do, Chris?
Yeah, without a doubt, man. When it comes to cat, those rumors were never... They will never die down. And now with what's going on with Julius, forget it. They're going to go crazy, like you said. We were hoping Julius Randle was going to come back and be able to come back for the playoffs so we can make a nice deep run. And unfortunately, that's not the case. But not only is it not the case, he re-injured his shoulder, which to me not only puts a damper on this season, but what's going to happen beyond this season, right?
Yeah.
So, look. I've heard it today on Alan Hahn, Barton Hahn. Hahn was talking about, look, Julius Randle, season-ending surgery. You know, they said he wasn't comfortable, and basically he heard the medical advice, and they said, hey, look, if you hurt your shoulder again, this could not only impact next season, but your entire career. And mind you, this was before the news just broke recently by Chris Haynes on Bleacher, where Julius says, you know, I hurt my shoulder. I re-injured my shoulder about 5 weeks ago. I tried to come back, and it was his words. My shit wasn't stable. So
that's scary, man. That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
I know. I was just gonna say it's brutal. It's brutal because, like you mentioned, it puts not only a damper on this season, but what can we expect from Julius Randle down the line, you know? And he's up for an extension next year.
He is up for an extension next year. And if you take a look at his contract, I'm going to pull it up on the screen now. But he is due $27 million in the year 2024, 2025 next season. Then he has a player option for $29 million. Compared to a lot of power forwards in today's NBA, you can say that's a bargain. Now, how would he, a lot of people I heard today saying that he's going to be 30 to start next year. To me, look, shoulder injuries are tricky. And him saying that he tried to come back, went through full 5-on-5 practice and re-injured that shoulder. Knicks withheld that information from us. And Knicks PR today said that he's going to be reevaluated in 5 months. So that takes us up to the training camp. So let's say he misses a month of next season. I'm sure this summer there's going to be a lot of trade talks around Julius Randle, and his contract's going to be, very, touted, very valuable to other teams. You got teams like Minnesota that are trying to get under that luxury tax, and you got a guy named Karl-Anthony Towns who has been rumored to be a New York Knick for years now. And I'm sure if they can swap a Towns for Randle, they can save about $25 million, maybe even more. I'm sure they would look to do that. But if I were the New York Knicks, I mean, it's just some bad luck these last 2 years. But you still have him for essentially one more season under a bargain contract. And are you really going to try to shop him? I mean, I guess you can see how his rehab goes this summer, but hey, man, Jalen Brunson's going to have to get paid. I know the Knicks have 2 upcoming draft picks, and then OG Anunoby. I mean, but regarding Randle, his contract is team friendly, and he has a very valuable contract around this league. And I'm not just bringing up Cat. I'm sure there's going to be other names involved as well in trade rumors. But I don't think the Knicks will trade him this summer, is what I'm getting at. But you never know. You never know. I mean, 2 straight seasons, Chris, of this. I know that freak injuries, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, especially ankle injury wasn't so bad, right? Shoulder injury. Then you come out and say you tried to go 5-on-5 practice and you re-injure that thing and it wasn't stable. That's for your career long haul. That's kind of scary, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and not only did he say it wasn't stable, he basically said, "Hey, it felt like the same thing when I just like when he dislocated it against the Heat." He said it felt that same way, and it hasn't improved obviously since. So, yeah, man, that's a lot of food for thought, right? When it comes to Julius Randle. Personally, you know, like you said, I think I would go the route of seeing how the rehab goes and everything. I wouldn't be so quick to say, let's get him out of here. You know, like you said, he has a team-friendly deal. We have a lot of guys that got to get paid on our team.
yeah.
You know, so again, I still don't think the answer is going out there and getting a Cat per se, because that contract is just ridiculous, you know?
But
And I don't want to give up on Julius Randle, man. I mean, look, you got to give him credit for trying to come back. It just sucks that it didn't go our way. And like you said, a bunch of bad luck for the New York Knicks. For whatever reason, it seems come playoff time, there's always some big injury that hits us. And in this case, both times it's been Julius Randle.
yeah, Cat's contract is crazy. But when Julius Randle gets his extension, it's gonna be something like that, you know. Which is why, you know, Cat. How old is Cat? Karl-Anthony Towns is 28 years old. So next year when the season starts, he'll be 29. He's a year younger than Julius Randle. That's set aside that piece. That's the whole Julius Randle situation. Now we have to deal with OG Anunoby, Chris. He hasn't. Look, he's not Mr. Durable, and the Knicks. This is my opinion. They can't afford to lose him, but I think there's more of a chance of, you know, just signing Anunoby than a Julius Randle coming back. I think, you know, to give it a percentage, I think it's like 90% chance we're gonna re-sign OG Anunoby, and I'll give it like a 60-70% chance that Julius Randle was back as a New York Knick.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel similar, but I do think the Knicks will try to kind of take that core, the same core we have right now, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, you know, Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo. I think that core, you know, I think they'll try to run it back one more time. Maybe not extend Randle per se, but definitely sign OG Anunoby. Because my number one concern with Anunoby has always been, even before he came to the Knicks, is, hey, he's not durable. He always has these injuries. And again, going to the bad luck that we've had recently, OG Anunoby's injury wasn't even, you know, it was a freak. It was a type of freak injury, you know, that burnt bone spur.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't really knock him too much for that. It's not something that could have been controlled or prevented or anything like that. So it was just wear and tear. But I agree. OG Anunoby is definitely the one that has to be resigned. You cannot let him slip away. And again, we said this in the past. There's no way you sign OG Anunoby and not retain him. Like, that would be your whole entire front office gets fired over that.
Wow, they get fired over that. But yeah, OG, he goes through a lot of these injuries, even in Toronto, and he doesn't, you know, he's not gonna. Pretty much the word out of Toronto is he's not gonna play through it. You know, he's not gonna come back until he's feeling 100%. So this summer's gonna be interesting, man. Julius Randle, OG Anunoby situation up in the air. 2 first-round draft picks, can't forget about that. And it's gonna be a talk of the summer. Should the New York Knicks run it back? January was such a dream, which is why right now it stinks that we can't go into the 2023-2024 NBA playoffs with a full squad. 2 straight seasons of Julius Randle getting hurt at the end of the season, and it stinks. It truly does. stink. Let us know in the comments below. Should the Knicks run it back? What do you think they should do with Julius Randle? Do you want to re-sign OG Anunoby? You've seen a lot of Knicks fans saying, no, I don't want to re-sign OG Anunoby. Smash the comments. Let us know your thoughts. Should they run it back or not? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation.
I am Chris.
We'll catch you next time. Peace.